So of course we're back here with another Beatles video, and I like doing these every week. Sometimes they come out Sunday, like Monday, Tuesday. I think this one's gonna come out hopefully Sunday, maybe Monday though. We'll see how it goes for time and all that. But Revolver is the album that most people in my comments have said is the best Beatles album, and today I'm gonna listen to it for the first time. The only song I think I know on here, or I know a little bit of Eleanor Rigby and Yellow Submarine. I didn't even know Yellow Submarine is on this album until I'm looking at it here. But I'll read, of course, the editor's notes. But this is obviously, I mean, it's the Beatles, like the most famous band in the world. It's from 1966, so maybe it's their, like, I don't know, like 6th or 7th album, something like crazy like that. And there's actually 14 tracks here, but a lot of them are shorter, like some of them aren't even 2 minutes long. There's only one that hits the 3-minute mark here, which is interesting. Some get really close, but I'm gonna read the editor's notes right now, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so there's a lot of really interesting things here, as always. I mean, these are all really well written, of course, but one of the most important things it touches on is near the end. It talks about the statement that John Lennon made saying the Beatles were more famous than Jesus, which is, whoa, just kind of, I don't know, I find that kind of funny. And it also talks about how it compares it to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which I did last week on. I've also done Abbey Road and Rubber Soul, and this one came after Rubber Soul, I think. But there's a lot here, and then there's mention of George Martin, who quit his contract with EMI Records, all that, and it's really interesting. And I mean, a lot of people in my comments, this is the album that everyone is saying is the best Beatles album. Now, everyone has a different opinion. Some people say Abbey Road, some people say the White Album, that's coming next week, and some people say Revolver. Like, everyone has a different opinion. But without further ado, I'll be back in about 35-40 minutes. Well, folks, they did it once again. I mean, I'm not even surprised at this point, but the Beatles did it once again. Revolver has to be one of their best albums. And when you look at a lot of lists on the internet, it's normally in the top 3, and I mean, here's some examples of where it's number 1. And as I said before, a lot of people in my comments were saying it's their best, and for me, I have to say I might like Abbey Road and Rubber Soul just a little bit more, but I like this one more than Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I always try to make sure I'm saying that right. But this album is also a near masterpiece. There is not a single bad song on this album. I know there's some songs here, and obviously I'll go through them here, but there's songs like Yellow Submarine, which were kind of like joke songs, but they actually work. It's like the Beatles are one of the only bands, I know they released that as a joke and it became number 1 or something, but the Beatles are like one of, if not the only band, to write a song like we all live in a yellow, all our friends are on board, and make it work and make it a good song. I can say I basically loved every single song on this album. There's not one that really stands out to me lower. There's some that stand out kind of above more, and obviously I'll talk about that here. So going into it, it starts off with Taxman, and it had a great guitar riff. Somewhere like maybe halfway through the song, guitar really kicks in there. It's really hard and almost rough. Really great there. And then Eleanor Rigby is the most popular song from the album, and in my opinion it's by far the best. As I said before, I knew it because I recognized the name, and then I was like, okay, and then it started. It's like, oh, look at all these lonely people, and I was like, okay, yeah, okay, I know this song. It's one of the best Beatles songs. I'm Only Sleeping is great. Love You Too has some really fun lyrics there. Here, There, and Everywhere has got to be one of my favorites. While I was listening to it, I looked it up who it was about, and I think there was some mention of like Paul's girlfriend or something. People can tell me in the comments, because there's so many people in these videos, comments of these videos who know so much about the Beatles, so thank you all, it's great. And then, as I mentioned, Yellow Submarine, I don't know how this song works, but it did. She Said is super catchy. Same with Good Day Sunshine, and Your Bird Can Sing really surprised me. For No One, probably one of my favorites too. Dr. Robert really worked. It's probably on the lower end, but it's lower, geez, but it still worked. I Want to Tell You is great. Got to Get You Into My Life was really good. Was that the one that had like the there, like the one second? And yeah, it was this song here that had, like, sometimes I listen to it for the first time, I forget which song's which, and whatever. But anyway, this was really great. This has some of my favorite Beatles vocals, where it's like, I didn't know what I would find there, and they like hold on this note. They do it a bunch, but it's like there, and I think it's like a harmony too that's really special. And then Tomorrow Never Knows is a really important song too. Even I know this, but it was the first, I think it was this song was the first one to use like backwards, like a tape, so you know, you put it in and then you put it backwards. It goes like, you know, it's seen Ace Ventura where he's like, it's basically like it's playing backwards, and they use that on the song. That's why Revolver is so important, because they did stuff that no one had done before, and obviously they did that in a bunch of their albums, but Revolver really was great. One of my favorite Beatles albums, and I know I haven't listened to them all, but again, I'm going to keep doing this. Next up is the White Album. But is this your favorite Beatles album? Because it's a lot of people's. What are your favorite tracks from it? For me, it's, I mean, they're all great, but for me, it's probably Eleanor Rigby, Here, There, and Everywhere, and Gotta Get You Into My Life. Those ones gotta be my top 3, but again, they're all great. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.